Hey, what's up, guys? So, I want to talk today about how you can actually find healing once and for all. I speak to so many people, so many trauma survivors over the past 2025. Like, Jesus, the years are just going. 2025, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2018, 5, 6 years. 6 years. And what I've noticed is that, and it's by no fault of anyone, how everyone is always on this healing journey. They're always on a journey of, okay, I need to go to this meditation, I need to go to this event, I need this therapist, I need this coach, I need this mentor, I need this counselor, I need this, I need that. And the issue with all of this is that one, there's always going to be the next thing. There's always going to be the next coach. There's always going to be another course. There's always going to be another thing, especially if you have the mindset of, a lot of people have this argument of, well, you're never fully healed, right? They're like, well, I don't believe that you ever reach this point of being healed. I think life is a lifelong journey. Me personally, I think it's all bullshit. And I only base that upon my experience. I've never been on a healing journey. I've never like outwardly set out into the world and be like, right, I need to become the most healed version of myself and X, Y, and Z. It's never been the case for me. My focus naturally just happened. Never went down the path of looking at myself and how can I find healing, but more so it was, how can I find somebody else out there who's currently living in silence that went through something similar to me and they feel like they're the only ones that have been through it? How can I reach out to that one person? How can I speak to the past version of me? How can I go out there and stop someone who is on a very dangerous self-sabotaging path like my dad was? My dad died as an alcoholic from a heart attack when he was 47, 2017. How can I prevent that from happening to someone else? And that, for me, that journey, as a byproduct of being on that journey, I found a lot of healing. Now, and when I say a lot of healing, I mean things like finding forgiveness for my dad, finding forgiveness for my step-granddad, but even this though, even like I even struggled. I really do struggle to describe the healing that I've found, because that's never been in my vocabulary. Healing has never been a thing for me. And when I speak to a lot of people who are very much ingrained that they're very much on the path of healing, they never get to this destination. And part of them was okay with that, but then how I see it from an outsider, but they're always chasing for the next thing. They're always trying to find the next, they're always searching for the next wound to heal. But if we know that what we focus on grows, the universe gives us more of what we already are. So if we are operating from a place of lack, I don't have this, I don't have that, you're not showing up in the right energy to actually start getting the things. There's a quote, I can't remember who said it. No, I can't remember who said it. But they said the world is not a crazy enough place to reward a whole bunch of undeserving people. That I might trigger you to be like, well, I do deserve healing. You do, yes. However, we all do. We deserve to live the life that we want to live, okay? But how I adapt that quote to this situation is, we have to show up from a place of wholeness already, rather than from a place of lack, okay? We have to do the grunt work first, but in a different way. Like, you are expending a lot of energy trying to find the next thing to heal. You know, it's a lot of work. It is, because you're running, you're chasing, and it's like the fatigue is a big thing, yeah? And also what it does is, when you look at yourself in the mirror, you're not happy with who and what is staring back at you. You're not happy with it. Why? Because that version in the mirror isn't this image of a healed person that you want yet. And that distance between who you're seeing in the mirror and that version of yourself that you want to be, that gap in between, is lack. And when you're focusing on the lack, you will not get to that image of who you want to be. Trust me, I know this all too well. Which is why what we need to do is, we need to be happy and content with who we are today. Which is why, the title of this video is how you can find healing once and for all. I believe, personally, that two things here. The first thing is that if you decide that today is the day where your healing journey ends, like I'm serious, like when you wake up tomorrow, you're no longer on a healing path. You're no longer searching for healing. Why? Because you are exactly who you are meant to be right now, and you need to fall in love with that image of yourself right now. You need to be okay with who you are today. And it won't be just like that. No. But I operate from this place in life of always leading with curiosity. Now I urge you to lead with curiosity, to be like, okay, I wonder what it could be like if I say to myself, I'm happy with who I am today. I am happy with this version of myself. Sure, yesterday I thought there were so many parts of me that were empty and are not who I want to be. But today, whilst that's still there, that's still echoing inside of here, you say, yes, okay, and naturally I'm going to feel like that because I've been programmed to think that I'm on this healing journey that never ends. But what if from today, I start to change all of that? And you know what? I am a broken puzzle piece that's scattered everywhere, but you know what? I'm a beautiful broken puzzle piece. And you know what? I'm not fucking broken. You know what? I'm just me. And this is the dangerous thing about all these labels, being broken, being whole, being complete, healing. Like, the thing with labels is it creates limitations. And when you try to step outside of that label, you feel like you can't because you have the label. And I'm kind of just urging you to just rip off all the labels and just be happy with who you are, you know, and come at life from that standpoint. Again, I never went on a healing journey. I operated primarily from point number 2 that I'm about to talk about now. However, with this point number 1, I see it with a lot of people, and it's worked for a lot of people who have taken my advice of just dropping the weight, because it's a heavy load that you've been carrying, right? If you just drop all of that weight, you will straight away find so much freedom and relief that you don't have to adhere to this, whatever this journey is, like however you got onto it, and knowing that you will never be able to get off it because you can't ever be healed. I'm like, I feel like I'm healed. Like, you know, I would never sit here and say I'm not healed, because what does that even mean? How are you even quantifying any of this? Rather just be content and okay with the beautiful human being that you are, and let's move forward in life. Okay? Now, I'm not saying you don't create this 2.0 version of yourself. You don't do any of that. I'm not saying that. That's, you know, that's very black or white. It's not. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is to get off this lifelong journey of healing and be okay with who you are today and move forward with that focus. All right. Now, number 2 is when we can, and this is what I've done, when we can shift our focus from who we are, because that's the danger. If we're always looking at who we are and what makes us us, we're gonna fall victim to the scrutiny. We're gonna fall victim to the, what I could be better doing X, Y, and Z. I could be more beautiful. I could be thinner. I could be bigger. I could be this. I could be more healed. I could be, you know, whatever. It's a downward spiral. But if we can shift our focus onto who is out there right now that needs help, who is out there right now that's an alcoholic, that's a drug addict, that is a workaholic, that is living in silence, i.e. who is out there right now that is the past version of you. Look into your story, the things that you struggled with when you was in the deepest, darkest depths of your traumas and your story. That version of you back then is a current version out there in the world of someone else. As soon as you set your focuses onto how can I focus on finding that person, that's when all the doors start opening up to you. That's when you feel like you have a voice. That's when you feel so fucking powerful. That's when you believe you have a story that's worthy to be told because you know it can impact someone. That is when you believe that you're part of something much greater than just yourself and the traumas that you've been through. You believe that you're on this planet for a reason because you are here as a guiding light to help other people trapped in a world of dark, right? As soon as you shift focus like that, boom, I promise you. I promise you. That's when it comes down to, okay, should I write a book? You know, Powerful Books, my publishing company. Should I write a book? Whereas before it's like, well, you can't write a book because of what people are going to say, what people are going to think. You know, you're thinking about you. You're thinking about, and whilst there's truth in some of that, There is truth in some of that because it's your fears, and there is validity to some of those fears. However, as soon as you set your sights and your focus onto someone else, the purpose of helping someone else becomes so much far greater than the fears preventing you from doing it. And how you do one thing is how you do everything. And as soon as you can lean into that, that version of yourself that you then become is so powerful, you will become unfucking stoppable. And let's just fast forward 6, 12 months down the line, 2 years down the line, 3 years down the line, 5 years down the line, forward from that moment. And then I sit you down and I say, are you still on your healing journey? You'd be like, no, I'm fucking great, right? I'm living such a purposeful life. I'm freedom, fulfilled, happiness, love, prosperity. All these things are just exuding out of you. But if we now go back to you're on your healing journey, you're searching for the next wound to heal, you won't have this aura about you, right? What we focus on grows. If you're looking for wounds to heal, you're always going to find wounds to heal. But if you're focused for the next person that you can help, you're always going to find the next person that you can help. And you know what? For me personally, I think it's okay to chase in life. It's okay to do that. I'm chasing the next version of myself, but more so from a empowerment, personal development point of view. I'm happy with who I am today. I absolutely am, right? But I'm also chasing like, okay, cool. So how can I better my morning routine? You know, how can I improve my gym workouts? Because I know the image that I want to have. But I'm also very happy with who I am now. That's the difference. And if I was still trying to heal everything, I wouldn't be okay with who I am now because there's a lot of lack here. I don't want to be this version of myself right now. There's a distaste, there's a bitter taste in my mouth because of who I am. That is what needs to change. And I believe that only changes when, one, we get off that journey, we get off the treadmill of the healing journey, and we just start to uncomfortably embrace who we are. Because that shit ain't going to change from a place of lack. It changes from a place of acceptance and love. And second is it changes when we can start to help other people. When we start to step into the shoes and live in this world where we're like, there's more to life. I'm here for a reason. Purpose. So try it out. Try one or two, the two different options there. You know, getting off the healing journey, focusing on the purpose and how you can help other people. I would say try number one first. So from this video right now, as soon as you stop watching this, say to yourself out loud, the healing journey ends now. I'm getting off the treadmill. I'm stopping. I'm okay with who I am. There's a lot of power of writing things down. So write it down every morning, every evening. Inside our community, we talk about power statements. So turning this place of lack into a power statement. I am happy with who I am. I am whole and complete. Or if it resonates with you more, I'm a beautiful mess, right? Because then it comes down to, if you're a beautiful mess, and then we go into step number 2, which is purpose. And it's like, okay, if I'm a beautiful mess, how can I turn this mess into a message? Beautiful mess into message, get my message out there into the world. There's a lot of links that start to happen, but you only see those when you start to drop things down and you just accept, and the universe starts to give you more of what you already are. I hope that helps.